Good Sunday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Sunday. I am your host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's go and talk about the weather for your Sunday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar right now, nothing going on for the entire state of South Carolina. That is some good news. If you go on over here, we do have some rain going on inside of Alabama, as well as Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, as well. Looking clear pretty much throughout the central U.S. Tennessee Valley, the Ohio Valley looking good as well. Northeast receiving some snow. Wisconsin, Michigan, Toronto towards southern Canada pretty much is having some snow showers up there. Also, not really too much rain, but just snow going on. Scattered snow showers going on throughout the west through northern California, Nevada, as well as the Four Corners region and Wyoming, as well as Montana. But overall, not that active. It's actually pretty quiet right now. So honestly, right now, it's honestly looking to be pretty okay. If you want to now look at our current cloud cover right now, not really much. I mean, we may have like some little clouds going on down there inside the low country of South Carolina, but other than that, there's nothing else really to talk about. Cloud cover for the future. As you push through to tonight into tomorrow morning, cloud cover will really start to take over pretty much during at the entire state. As you move in through tomorrow, this is tomorrow night right here. For our Monday night, cloud cover is pretty much moved out the upstate and now just throughout the low country of South Carolina and the PD region. Going into Tuesday morning, cloud cover is indeed pretty much moved out of the entire South Carolina region and pretty much just to our west. And then if you move into Tuesday night, we may just have some cloud activity going on pretty much in like lines, honestly. So we'll see what this brings right here, but it's kind of just like in little like line segments throughout the entire state. Going on to current temperatures, 25 inside of Greenville, as well as 28 in Rock Hill and Bennettsville, as well as 32 in Loris, 35 in Myrtle Beach, 30 in Georgetown, 37 in Moncks Corner and Charleston, 30 inside of Walterboro, 35 in Beaufort, 37 in Savannah, 32 in Fairfax and Augusta, as well as Edgefield, 26 inside of Greenwood and Newbury, as well as 30 in Winnsboro as well. Low temperatures tonight will actually be around 25 in Anderson, as well as Greenville, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, Lawrence, Greenwood, and 29 inside of Aiken and Orangeburg, as well as 29 in Moncks Corner, 38 in Charleston, 29 in Georgetown, 30 in Myrtle Beach, 38 inside of Hilton Head Island, 27 in Kingstree and Florence, as well as 28 in Sumter and 26 Shaw and Dillon. Rainfall. Chance of precipitation through the night tonight into tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. An 11% chance through Aiken and Barnwell. That's only a 0 to 14% chance, so pretty much none. No precipitation is expected at all throughout this entire region right here between Aiken and Barnwell, going into the very western low country of South Carolina. And right now, honestly, it just kind of seems like it's just going to kind of remain dry. If you go on towards our excessive rainfall, severe weather, just what's going on through there. So here's excessive rainfall. Nothing for the next 5 days for the entire country in terms of the excessive rainfall. And then if you move over here to severe weather or just thunderstorms in general, nothing going on throughout the next 3 to 8 days ish, somewhere around there, for pretty much again the entire country. Maybe some thunderstorms down there for the coast of Louisiana, like New Orleans, maybe even Mobile, Alabama, Gulfport, Mississippi, but pretty much it. So now let's go on and talk about our future as we move through. So we'll just talk about like the next 48 or so hours. So as we go on and push this back and pushing this forward, there goes some isolated shower activity going through the low country of South Carolina at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. There's like that isolated shower chance. Again, 0 to 14% chance. So most people, honestly, will not see any sort of precipitation, but you never can rule anything out, even if it's a 1% chance. Continuing through, this is 8 o'clock in the morning, so this is past the 11% chance that we just saw, but it brings showers and scattered shower activity throughout the Midlands of South Carolina, the Low Country of South Carolina, and even up into the PD region of South Carolina by around 5 p.m. But past that, that's pretty much it. So we could have actually a scattered shower day tomorrow. So just watch out for that Low Country, Midlands, and the PD region upstate, not too much. So now let's go on and talk about our future, and then we will go on and talk about just the week. So from January the 12th all the way to January the 18th. But first, let's talk about the future first. So here we go. Here is the model. Time is in the top right corner of your screen. So as you go on and push this forward through January the 12th, there goes the 13th, that shower activity that we're watching for. It's actually very isolated, so it's not even showing on the long-term model. That's just how isolated this activity will be. As you go into January the 14th, again, staying clear and dry. 15th seems to be staying clear. The 16th and the 17th as well. But then once we get to the 18th, so the end of the week, that's on that Saturday, rain will be moving through the upstate of South Carolina and going through the Midlands of South Carolina during the daytime, and then get toward the Low Country and PD region during the nighttime. And then as you get into the 19th as well, shower activity still continuing through there. And then there goes some more winter weather. That is, again, too far out to talk about, but it's interesting. 228 hours out, and we're already looking potentially for another snow chance here as we move into January the 21st through the 22nd as well. So we'll continue to wait, see what happens. But if we got snow 2 times in a row, I'd honestly be very, very surprised, because that is not natural here at all. But continuing on, and then even past that, January the 24th, there goes another snow chance right there. I mean, I've said it earlier, and I said it maybe like a week ago ish. But if you did not get snow in the last event, you definitely have another chance to get some more snow as we get into the further into January, maybe early February. We're too far out to talk about that, but for sure later in January, I do believe that everyone has another shot to get some type of snow or winter precipitation. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But let's go on and talk about the week now. If you go on and talk about temperatures, we will be below average heavily. We will heavily be below average in terms of temperatures, and that's one of the reasons right there why some of the models are showing that there will be a snow chance, and that's just because we're going to be very much below average in terms of temperatures. But if you go to precipitation, we actually will be below average this week in terms of precipitation. So below average precipitation, below average temperatures just means a cold and dry period. But there are some models that are saying that we will be above average, but this runs a bunch of runs put together, and it says overall below average. So we'll continue to monitor, and honestly, I would not be surprised if that would be true, just because what we just saw around a couple of minutes ago, with us not seeing rain for about a good period of time. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So let's go on now and talk about our temperature anomalies real quick. But here we go, starting off at the 19th over here. This is not what I need. The 19th, and there goes that cold air that pushes in as early, or actually that's way too far out. Let's go all the way back. This is January 12th. All right, so going on, moving through. Cold air just staying in place all the way through to the 16th until around the 17th-ish. Warm air starts to build up, and actually we might see some very warmer than average temperatures as you get until around our Friday and our Saturday. So high temperatures probably in the 60s for most of us, maybe even the high 60s for some of us as well, as we get into later this week into our Friday and our Saturday. But most of the week will be cool, and it's not going to take too long for cold air to finally move through, and then you're really going to see that below average temperatures as you get into the 23rd, and places like that, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd-ish. And that's pretty much it in terms of that. So let's go and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. See what the audience has to say for tonight. Not much inside the audience tonight. Mr. Anthony does say good evening to you. Back on that, says good evening, Jeff. I hope your weekend went well. I sure hope you enjoy your mom's Super Bowl treats. Don't rub it in too much on the Twins. They had their share yesterday, so I get to have my share for the rest of the, for at least while they're gone. So, and I sure will be enjoying it as well. Trail says, hi everyone, hello to you. And then my cousin Cheryl says, happy Sunday, weatherman. I'm at work, but I'm listening. I hope you have a wonderful week. It's still cold up here in Philly. Love you, sir. So, thank you so much for that message. I bet it is definitely still cold up there in Philly, as it's pretty much cold, and it's going to continue to be cold as you go through the entire United States. So, that's not going to change at all for a good little bit, especially as we get through the next 6 to 10 days. Like, if you look at the CPC, we're not going to pull it up right now, but it says that it's pretty much below average for everybody inside of the United States. So that's just what we're all gonna have to deal with, no matter where you are inside the country. So that's just what we're waiting on. But as you go on and push this forward, no precipitation expected for the next 48 or so hours. And honestly, not really too surprising, to be honest. Move up here to Raleigh. We're just going to go on and push this forward. No threat for any sort of rainfall for Raleigh as you move through the next 48 or so hours as well. If you go over here to temperatures, let's go on and wait for this to load. Let's check out our likes. We have 8 people in here watching, only 5 likes. Make sure you go and hit that like button if you have not already. We also have had 18 people tune in so far. So again, hit that like button if you have not already. Low temperatures tonight in Raleigh will be around 31. High temperatures tomorrow, 50-ish. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 31. And then high temperatures probably around 43-ish going into your Tuesday. So very, very cold still. If you move over here towards San Antonio, Texas, in terms of temperatures, moving our way down here, we have low temperature tonight around 40, high temperatures tomorrow 58, low temperatures tomorrow night at around 36, high temperatures 57-ish going into your Tuesday, and then it's a bit too far out to talk about low temperatures for Tuesday. And that's pretty much it. So let's go on and talk about what's going on throughout the entire United States. Also, the Columbia radar is down. So we're just going to go on and look at, I honestly don't know what radar we're going to look at because there's not a lot going on. We might look down here at the Charleston radar because that's where the next bit of rain will probably try to move through. So we'll just have it down there. But, talking about what's going on throughout the entire United States, obviously California wildfires still going on, will not stop anytime soon, even though there's been a couple of containment between some fires, but most, I should say at least half of them at least, have not been contained yet. So winds will also be starting to pick back up, and that will just aid into spreading it more. But while wildfires are happening, on the mountains it's freezing. It is freezing as well up there in the mountains of California. Also, winter weather going on inside of Montana, Wyoming, as well as the UP of Michigan, Wisconsin. Cold weather advisories up for places like Minnesota and North Dakota. That is really for dangerously cold wind chills as low as 35 degrees below zero. And it can cause frostbite on exposed skin as little as 10 minutes. That's in North Dakota and Minnesota. Lake effect snow possible inside of New York, and then with West Virginia, North Carolina, and Virginia, they do have slick travel conditions for black ice. And other than that, that's pretty much it. So let me check out the chat one more time. I don't see anything else, so we're going to go on and wrap this up. Hopefully everyone enjoys the rest of your Sunday evening. I will be back tomorrow morning with your Monday morning forecast update. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your Sunday.
Hey! yeah.